Costello's wife arrives at the station to collect his belongings. When she shows Kit a picture of the Coniston home they purchased, he quietly jots down its name, Ravensgill. After digging into the details, Kit leaves Carla a message explaining that the property was bought through a company created exactly 1 week after Becky was said to have died. Carla heads over to number 6 and tells Lisa she's back for good and regrets ever walking away. She confesses she never stopped loving Lisa. Lisa replies that she still has feelings for her too, but insists it's too late now. Their relationship is finished. Carla is shattered. Meanwhile, Debbie mentions she wants to invite Carl and Abby to the wedding, but Ronnie warns her it's a bad idea and Kevin won't show up. Upon hearing her plan, Kevin angrily hands the invitation straight back to her. Elsewhere, Carl acts sympathetic as Tyrone complains that the police are no closer to identifying the driver who knocked him down. Also today, David returns home and is stunned to find the place crowded. Shona explains it's a baby shower, but David looks uncomfortable, telling her a celebration doesn't feel right when their baby is still at high risk. Shona glances around at their mortified guests. Finally, Sally assures the girls she'll arrange a Christmas Day visit with their mum. Tim frets that she's raising their hopes too high, since the prison might not permit visits on Christmas Day. Gary later informs a worried George and Christina that he heard a loud bang coming from Todd and Theo's flat as he passed by. Coronation Street actor Jonathan Howard teases deeper dive into Carl's history. We're going to learn a lot about how he was raised. Jonathan Howard has told Inside Soap that viewers will soon get a clearer picture of Carl Webster's troubled upbringing. With Carl causing chaos all over Weatherfield, many are wondering what lies ahead for him. Fans will recall that Carl reconnected with his half-siblings, Kevin and Debbie, after abandoning his life in Germany. He was born there to Bill and Elaine Webster, while Bill had previously fathered Kevin and Debbie with Allison Webster. Soon after landing back on the cobbles, Carl began an affair with Kevin's wife, Abby, and started manipulating both Kevin and Debbie for money. To start with, Carl set up a shady MOT scam right under Kevin's nose at the garage, then tricked Debbie into handing him authority over Chariot Square's finances. Despite this, Jonathan believes that deep down Carl is still craving the kind of family support he never grew up with. Carl's desperate for a place to belong. He wants that sense of family he shared at the 2025 Inside Soap Awards. Because of the way things were with his parents, which we'll see later, especially his relationship with his mother, he never felt that maternal affection. The actor went on, his brother and sister hardly visited him. He was raised by a mom who didn't show him warmth and pretty much overlooked him all his life. Recently on screen, Carl confided in a friend that he intends to head back to Germany, even though he's been pretending to Abby that he's content with how things are. It's yet another example of Carl misleading the people who care about him. Given all this, it's no shock that Jonathan wants to highlight Carl's vulnerable side whenever he can. Any chance I get to reveal another layer to Carl, I grab it, he explained. I don't want him painted as some flat villain. Oh, he's just cruel and awful. He's someone who's made some terrible choices and is acting out of desperation. He grew up without the affection he needed. Coronation Street's stunned as Maggie's dark side is finally exposed. Brace yourselves, Weatherfield. Death is on the horizon, and this time it comes with an Irish lilt and a talent for brewing the perfect cup of tea. Maggie Driscoll might not look like much of a threat, unless you happen to be Eva Price. The sharp-tongued queen of the Driscoll clan has had it in for Ben's new girlfriend from the moment Eva set foot behind the bar of the Rover's return. Not since Blanche Hunt sparred with anyone in sight or Bet Lynch ran the place with bite have we witnessed such acid-tipped feuding. Maggie fires snark at Eva about how the pub should be run with the force of a total solar eclipse. But Eva's problems go far deeper than a few barbed comments. Maggie has a deadly secret lurking in her past. A special flashback episode will rewind the clock to Maggie's birthday, following her celebrations as she drifts back to memories of her youth. Viewers will get a rare peek into what shaped this iron-fisted mother figure. Actress Pauline McLynn spills the details. It's a huge birthday. She turns 65, which gives a nod to the show's anniversary. Like anyone at the head of a family, Maggie puts on a brave face each day and delivers a performance. During the birthday, though, we'll see more of the woman behind the mask, whether she likes it or not. So what do we discover? For starters, Maggie's other son makes an appearance, and the elusive Mr. Driscoll finally comes into focus. While all the fuss is happening around her, she thinks back to her boys growing up. She has 2 sons, and one lives in America. We also learn more about her husband, Pauline explains. Pauline also reflects on the surreal experience of meeting a younger version of herself. It was magical and bizarre. There's a flashback scene seen through Maggie's eyes, and I got to meet the younger me. I can't wait to see it. Usually in flashbacks you feature in them yourself, but this genuinely felt like stepping into the past. The art, costume, and makeup teams were incredible. Recreating a bygone era is tough, but they nailed every detail. But the big question remains, who dies? Who did Maggie kill? Pauline is understandably keeping that answer locked away. What is clear is that the events from her past shaped the formidable woman she is now. It's very emotional when the flashback unfolds because you see the struggles of a young mother. I won't say whether she found her marriage joyful or miserable. That's for viewers to decide. It's shown plainly as it happened. It's captivating, and you'll sense immediately that these old events will trigger consequences sooner or later. All it'll take is one person asking the right question, maybe even Ben, for everything to unravel. It's clearly a subject they avoid. Whoever met their end in Maggie's formative years, one thing's certain, that tragedy forged the fierce defender of her clan we see today, a trait that could make life extremely hazardous for future daughter-in-law Eva. She's a powerhouse of a woman who guards her family with claws out, Pauline says. She just doesn't approve of Eva. She might like her under different circumstances, but when someone joins your family, a whole new rulebook appears. There's been plenty of tension already, and she's relentlessly harsh with Eva. Things are heading towards an explosion, I think. That's exactly how real families can be. She sees herself as the boss. It's Maggie's rules or nothing. If I were Eva, I'd choose the exit route now rather than end up zipped into a body bag. Coronation Street continues Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 with episodes available on ITVX and YouTube.